peace and love. I want to thank everybody who is tuning in, watching my video. I haven't made a video in a long time, but it feels really good to be back, and I'm very appreciative of you guys tuning into the video. This is Thoughts of the Modern Day Samurai, and you want to ask, what is a modern day samurai? The modern day samurai is someone who constantly goes after their goals, constantly training every day, sticking to their goals, not falling off their path, being disciplined. This to me is the modern day samurai. You don't have to be a fighter to be a samurai. I don't know if you guys ever read The Art of War, but you can apply that to so many different experiences in your life, and it has nothing to do with war. So if you're going after your goals, if you are staying consistent in your goals and disciplined and following the path set for you, you are a modern day samurai. But let's get back on topic. So today's subject, something I find very important, probably, rule number one, principle number one, is being consistent. Consistency is needed when you are going for a goal. This is a principle I think everybody should apply in their life. Without consistency, there is no way to achieve a goal. Let's relate it to everyday life. For example, in your family, your friends, and your lovers. If you're not consistent with them, then they don't know how to treat you. If you're not consistent with them, your relationship will eventually fall out. Consistency is how people get to understand who you are. Consistency helps to see how a relationship will form. We need to be consistent in our relationships, right? If you are not consistent with your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your wife, or your husband, if they don't feel loved, then they're going to find it somewhere else, right? So consistency, very important in that world. Not only that, with your goals. When you apply consistency to your goals, you are doing something over and over and over again. And as you are doing it over and over again, you are making mistakes. And mind you, mistakes are very good, but that'll be another video. You are making mistakes. You are learning how to interact with whatever you are experiencing, and this is going to take you to higher levels of understanding, which will get you closer to the goal that you are trying to achieve. Then we also have health, and for me, health is very important. When you are eating your daily food, if you are eating a more consistent diet, your body's going to be able to adjust to it very easily. Rather than if you're eating many different foods, it's going to be harder for your body to read and to digest. And if you're eating a healthy diet, consistent healthy diet, eating mostly vegetables, you are going to be much more healthier rather than you're eating a lot of junk food, which is also consistency. But, and if you're trying to improve your health, you have to be consistent, right? So going back to consistency, deepening your understanding. If you don't apply consistency to achieving a goal, you will not be able to see all the different sides of the goal that you are trying to achieve. For example, if you are going to date somebody and you only see them once and you're like, oh, I'm in love, this is perfect. No, things don't work out that way in this universe. You're only in love with one side of that person. But what you need to do is be consistent and constantly interact with this person. Interact with them on a date, interact with them, while you guys are just at home. Interact with them when they're angry, interact with them when they're sad. There's so many different aspects of things and people. And usually we get caught up in the image. We believe people are this one way. And with that, we create these conceptions, which then, these conceptions get lost once we see this person in an angry manner or in a sad manner, and we thought that they were this way. It gets very complicated, but the principles stay the same. You have to be consistent with the person, interact with the person. And if you are really interested in a person, even after you've seen when they're angry or when they get sad, then you're going to learn how to deal with them when they get into these moods, and you can find ways to take them out of these moods, to deal with the moods better. Like I said, you get deeper and deeper understanding. So in this world, we usually get caught up in the image. So when we do that, a lot of people that I come into contact with just want to have a really quick relationship. But in these quick relationships, you're only taking just a little bit of what life has to offer, because you're only trying to see this one side of life. So your perception of life is very skewed. But to get down to the deep levels of life, and this is only if you wish this. These are the people, I'm talking to the people who wish to have this experience. Then you have to be consistent in everything that you do. And then when you are consistent and you see all these different sides, you can appreciate all the different sides. There's gonna be times when we're upset, but you can still appreciate being upset, because sometimes when you are upset and you get all your feelings out, your anger out, that's going to allow you to move on. But if you just hold on to those feelings, right, then it's just going to hurt your own body and your own entity. So it's important to experience every single side that you can. There's infinite amount of sides, but to experience the most amount of sides that you possibly can, to get the most out of life and to get the most understanding out of life. So with that being said, I want to explain how I stay consistent. Every day I have certain things that I like to do that is helping me to get to the goals that I want to achieve. So basically, every day I always have these inspiring words that I say to myself to keep me motivated. I believe that what you say eventually becomes what you think, and then what you think then turns into your reality. So definitely saying things every day. For example, if you want to, lose 10 pounds, write to yourself, I will lose 10 pounds in a month or 2 months. You have to make it exact so your mind can make an image. And then once you have that image, it's going to start portraying in this world of form. Not only that, I make a routine. having a routine is going to help you to stay consistent. If you're doing something one day and something another day, very difficult for you to stay consistent. So, find what works for you and just do it every single day. So going back to the losing 10 pounds, maybe just doing 5-minute abs a day. Instead of trying to do 5-minute abs Monday, run on Tuesday, Wednesday, lift weights. Start out easy first. If you try too big, the image in your mind is like, oh, I can't do it. So you start out baby steps. And then once you get a little bit of confidence, as I said, as you get consistent, everything is going to get easier. And for me, what I do, it's a good way to save money as well. If I don't do what is on my routine, I charge myself $5 and I put that in my little jar where I keep my money. So even if you don't do what you say you are going to do, you pay yourself, because this is all for you in the end. So either way, you're winning. There are many different ways to stay consistent, but that's what helps me to stay consistent. And a big thing that helps me stay consistent is having a goal that's bigger than you. I'll definitely share my goals that I want to have in the future, but for example, I want to be a karate master. And for me, if I become a karate master, I'll be able to use my skills to teach people how to defend themselves or how to be more disciplined. This is something that's going to help the world through my training. This is only just one goal that I have. So, but if it's not big enough, then it's going to be very easy for you to stop being consistent. Because there's days when you're tired and you don't feel like doing anything. You have to look at the bigger picture on those days. And usually once you get finished with doing what you said you were going to do, you always feel good. At least in my experience, I always feel better. So with that being said, guys, you have to be consistent. And in Japanese, there's this one wise saying. It's called Keizoku wa chikara nari. And what that basically means is, as you continue, you get stronger. And that rings to me so much, because the more you do something, the better you get at it, the more confidence you get. So I'm gonna leave you guys with that. I appreciate you guys checking out the video. Please, let's talk. Tell me your thoughts, anything you have to say. We're all in this together. Thank you very much. I want to thank you guys for watching the video. Even if you only watched it for a short amount of time, or if you watched it for the whole video, I really appreciate you allowing me to be in your world for that amount of time. And if you feel like this has sparked some new creativity in you, or a new thought, or you learned something and you want to share with me, please, in the comments, say what you have to say so we can expand on this subject, or I can hear your experience. Everybody has something to share. If you felt like it is beneficial to anybody, please share the video. And if you like the video, please subscribe. I will have more videos on the way. The more subscribers I get, the more energy I'll just feel like to make more videos. So it's a balanced thing, yin and yang. So once again, I appreciate you guys. I will see you next time. Thank you very much.